coming to you from a different place in my apartment. What's going on? Hope you're all doing well. Um, yeah, so as you can see, I'm a little bit hairier. I've decided that while I am in convalescence, just resting my foot after surgery, that I'm going to see how long I can get this guy to grow out again. It's been a few years. It's been it's been a while. But hey, I am alive after surgery. For those who have not been keeping up or don't know, I had to have foot surgery. Hey, what's going on, Ellen? I'm doing okay. Restless, kind of frustrated, but I'm alive and grateful. Hey, what's going on, Kevin? All right. So I'm gonna try to make this not as long. Hey, what's going on, Eddie? To not make this as long as I tend to, because I shouldn't, because my foot should be actually elevated above my heart level, unless I raise my foot up like this the whole time, which I think is probably not going to work out for the best for either of us. So anyhow, yeah, it has been. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I'm better. um, so it's been what, a week, like a week and a half since I had my surgery. My surgery was on the 24th last week, last Thursday, and I don't want to go through the whole story of me, being hospitalized and doing nothing and yeah, all that stuff. That would be for something else. But I will share a little bit for those who are interested and for those who did help out and supported me financially and otherwise. I feel it's fair to at least share that with you. So yeah, here is what happened to my foot. So for those who don't know, yeah, it's gotten pretty white. It's been such a long time since I've seen it grow out. Yeah, I'm finally going to get to see just how white it's gotten over the past few years from all the stress and whatnot. So yeah, this is my right foot. This here, let me see, where is that? This is the Liz Frank joint. And I have had staples inserted, a little microplate, and the whole idea and hope is that it will fuse properly, so that I won't be dealing with the pain that I have been this whole past year, that I won't have the swelling that I've been having, that also with meds and stuff. Do have crutches, which I basically haven't used really since I've been inside my place the whole time, past week and a half. And I've had to walk around every single time. I have to get up to maybe go to the kitchen and cook a quick little something, or answer the door for the dog walker, or for Uber Eats, who has been delivering my food, groceries, and whatnot. But I have to wear this thing, which reminds me a lot of the shoes that basically you'll see Japanese girls wearing all the time. As you can see, there's a big chunk here missing in the front, and that is so that I will not apply pressure to the rest of my beard, that the weight will be right there. So that will basically help me to keep from putting pressure on the area where the surgery took place and allow for the joint to fuse properly. So it's really frustrating and annoying. There's a lot of Velcro, but I've been dealing with that. I think this first or second day I misstepped and slipped slightly, and it did not feel good. So I've been a lot more careful. So that's what I've been dealing with a good number of times a day. Not fun, but it is what it is, right? I'm alive, and I am feeling better than I was before. So Once again, thank you guys so much. Yeah, so aside from the getting food delivered here, I would prefer to just go to the market and get like half off obento food, which I usually did. But I don't really have a choice. And then I have a dog walker coming in, this Filipina lady who happens to live not too far from me. Found her on an app called Pet Backer, but she's been walking Suho every day so far for the past week. Um, yeah, roughly 7:30 in the morning, 7:30 at night. So yeah, grateful for that. And it really is thanks to everybody who helped out and contributed to my GoFundMe. And I really do want to thank you guys so much. Like it means so much that people have been so supportive. People that I know, people I consider friends, and like complete strangers who have just been so generous. And I always say it's better to add some light and some love into this world rather than some darkness and hate, which happens quite a bit. So I'm grateful that I'm on the receiving end and on some good stuff. Just grateful for all the kindness. So yeah, that's what's been going on. Thank you guys so much. Just, you know, I don't have the words to express my gratitude. So that is me. I will share a quick little anecdote. I did share a little bit. Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, yeah, people really helped out a lot, even family, and spread great stuff. Oh, as far as the cooking and stuff, the way that I situated everything over the past year, I have three steps, like those ladder steps to take photos with. Because I left one somewhere, I had to buy another one last minute, and then I had to buy another one. So I have three of those plus a stool. Um, and what I did was I rearranged my furniture. So this is my bed right now. I'm on a foldable table, and then right behind here is the kitchen, and right next to it is the toilet. So there's this basically golden triangle of bed, kitchen, uh, and shower toilet. And then I moved because I had this electric stove that's kind of portable. And then I moved the microwave from the top of the shelf down to the lower. So everything I put kind of like where I could be level, I could just sit and I could do stuff. So that really helped out a lot. Um, yeah, and then it's not like cooking. It's like eating minestrone soup. So basically my cooking is getting all the slop out of the can, adding water, heating it up for a couple of minutes, and then I'm good to go with some bread. And again, like Uber Eats with groceries and stuff, nothing that will force me to stand for a long period of time. I think the longest I've stood for the past week and a half. Hey, what's going on, Eric? How are you? Good to hear from you. Good to see you. The longest I've probably stood up this past week, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes. I think is the longest I've stood up and stayed standing. Um, yeah, so that's kind of my ordeal, but I'm happy with it. I'll accept it. I won't complain. Again, I'm really grateful for all of you guys out there. So yeah, that is what is happening with my surgery. Today's Sunday night, so I'll be back at the hospital on Wednesday to just see how things are going, and we'll go from there. But um, I have not heard about Konami's fall. I have not been keeping up with stuff, but I guess was that yesterday? Or was that today? Um, Someone did mention if she was okay, but I didn't check. So yeah. Well, with the surgery stuff, now set up. Oh, I did want to share a quick story. Uh, is this bragging? I don't think it's bragging. Maybe it is. I just thought it was really fun. Is that they took me out of the bed. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. But she seemed fine in the photo that they took. That's probably why they didn't take a photo last night after their show at Kumamoto. Because usually they have the group photo and there were no photos of anything. So maybe that's why. I don't know. But yeah, today they did have a group photo afterwards, as per usual. And she looked fine. And I mean, she performed today, so she's got to be okay. I don't think she was in a wheelchair. Um, oh, geez. Again, I don't know. Was it a bad fall? I have not been keeping up with too much stuff, like details and whatnot. Um, but she's a trooper, and she does have a week to recuperate. Really? Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see any of that. Okay. Well, since you guys are talking about it, let me go ahead and check and see what Konami has said. Okay, today after the show, she commented, but nothing about the fall. Let's see. Yesterday, this was 22 hours ago, so roughly uh, past midnight, close to 1 a.m., she said, today I fell and caused some worry. I properly went to the hospital and I'm okay. So yeah, zero issues. She's fine. She's good. She's good. I guess needed to check up and see what exactly happened with her, but yeah, she's fine. So yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah, falling, there's just, I don't know. Falling when you're young is no big deal, right? Falling when you're older, it kind of becomes a bigger deal, like by a factor of whatever. So yeah, yeah, she's okay. Konami being accident prone, I would say Miku's the most accident prone. She's the one who's a bit of a klutz. Uh, so yeah. Okay, cool, cool. But she did. Okay, okay. Got it, got it. Yeah, it's good to get checked up. Um, Miku is a professional. Like for the life of me, I could not even imagine like wearing like a pair of these on like both feet, of course, like with the rest of it. And I don't understand how girls do it. Oh, and this is just sort of an aside, but if you ever come to Japan and you see someone, then every once in a while you're like, is that a boy or a girl? I'm not sure. Check their shoes. Just basically, if you have a platform shoe like this, it's almost 100% a girl. And then if they're not wearing these type of platform shoes, then well, not this kind, but then it's a guy. So yeah. They do, they do. It's crazy. Um, but hey, if it works for them. So, my quick little story before I get into the breakdown of the shows, and it's not going to be like a detailed breakdown, it's just going to be like uh, the set lists, and we'll just go through that and just other stuff. So, yeah, let's see. So, surgery day, very quickly, I was put into a wheelchair, taken down, and then I don't know. It's a weird feeling knowing that somebody is wheeling you to a room that is cold and clinically and surgically like sterilized in order to cut you open and then to do stuff inside your body. Um, yeah, it's kind of weird. So I wouldn't say I was scared or that I was or worried, but I wasn't like, hey, what's up, guys? But it was cool because the nurses that were there and around the area, Outside, the people who took me in, and then the nurses that were inside, they're all really nice and chill, just very sweet. And then one of the nurses in particular, what was it? I guess because my name is Peter Lim, then and people weren't sure how to speak to me, whether in Japanese or in English, and then got into this whole thing of like right before I went under the anesthesia. Um, we started having this like conversation with like English and then in Korean and then Japanese. And then the last thing that I actually remember before I went down and then woke up like after the surgery was one of the nurses saying, "Oh, 사랑해," because which means I love you, because she likes her Korean dramas. Ah, thank you so much. I definitely will. Um, because she loves her Korean dramas. And then I replied back, "아이시대루," which is, I love you in Japanese. And so, and then I went down. But it was really nice. And I just wanted to thank them, or I did thank them for just like lightening the mood before operation. So that was really cool. And I'm not sure what I said when I went under, but I have a feeling if memory serves correctly, which could be completely off, is I guess I mentioned riding my bike because I think she talked about bicycle before I was being dragged back out of the operating room. So anyway, so that's a very quick little surgery story. Um, did not enjoy lying down on the bed. I hated the pillow, and yeah, having a catheter is not my cup of tea. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I got some reading glasses because being home, I just realized, yeah, my eyes have gotten bad. So I kind of look like Masuda or Masuda Yuichi, who is the music journalist who writes for Barks and usually interviews Band-Maid and writes reviews on their shows. So, okay, now I can see properly. Anyway, let's get into this. Again, this is the most that I have talked. This the number of words combined in this conversation that I've had so far is the most I've had um the entire maybe like 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks worth. I have not talked this much. Like if you put those 2 weeks all together, I have not talked that much like right now. So if I'm not talking well, forgive me. It's I'm out of practice. Okay. So let's get into this. Last week, because I had just returned back home, I did not follow up on Band-Maid's show at Hokkaido. And then yesterday was Kumamoto, which is Miku's hometown. Most of us know, maybe all of us here know. And then, if only I could create masterpieces like him. And then today was at Fukuoka. So last week, let's get into this really quickly. Last week was at Sapporo Factory Hall. This was July 26th. I won't go into like the medley songs, but so let's go through the set list. Zen Unleashed Domination. Protect You, Forbidden Tale, Toi et Moi, You, the medley, which is the new medley for the second round, not the first one. Brightest Star, Get to the Top, Don't You Tell Me. Hate, Shambles, Choose Me. Then they did What is Justice, and then they finished off with the last spurt with Screaming, Noga Tamaya, and Ready to Rock. So that was last week, July 26th. Okay. And then yesterday at Kumamoto, it was at B9. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's like B.9. I don't know. Okay. Zen, Unleash Domination, Protect You, Forbidden Tale, Twilight Noir, You, Medley 2, same thing. But it was Kumamoto, right? This is Miku's hometown. So usually they will do something a bit more special towards her. So this is what they did, which they do often, is they give her more songs. Brightest Stars, Hayo Nakidori, Time, with a new intro. Very curious how that is, because Time is an awesome song. And whether it's acoustic or electric, however it's done, it's just a great song. Then Rockin' Me, which it's been definitely a minute since I heard that song. Was the last time? Oh gosh, I don't even remember. But yeah, Rockin' Me, great song. It's so much fun. Choose Me, What is Justice, Noga, Tamaya, Ready to Rock. So not too much of a change. And that's typically how it is. They'll maybe switch the order of a couple of songs, but they won't do too much too different. And then we have today. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I'm half vertical just for a little bit. Then today at Fukuoka Drum Logos. Wonderful memories at Drum Logos. My second and third show that I ever saw of Band-Maid was there, because where I used to live was. Oh, and now I'm curious how that really sounded. Very first show I ever saw was at Hiroshima Club Quattro. And then the second show right after that, I believe it was in December of 2018, was at Fukuoka Drum Logos. Then the following year, they flipped it. They went to Fukuoka first, and then they went to Hiroshima. So yeah, second and third. But I forget. I think it was, when was it? Was it the second time or the third time? But I nearly collapsed because I was jumping up so much and I was giving so much, and I almost like just like fell down on the floor. But thankfully there was like a little barricade, like rail that I could hold on to. But it was really good. It was really good. Okay, so today's set list: Zen, Unleash, Protect You, Domination, Forbidden Tale, Twilight Moi, Alone, which is great. I haven't heard that song for a bit. Brightest Star, Time Again, Rockin' Me. So they did take out Sayonara Dori for today. Don't You Tell Me, Choose Me, What is Justice, You, Noga, Tamaya, Ready to Rock. So those are the set list for the past three shows in Sapporo, in Kumamoto, and then in Fukuoka. So yeah. Yeah, You is a great song. That's really nice. Yeah. Okay. So those are the set lists for Band-Maid. I don't know what went down. But let me follow you up on different things, other things that have been happening. So Aldius, for those of you who don't know, Aldius will finally be retiring. It doesn't mean that the individual musicians, like Sawa, the bassist, she actually has another project going on. Let's see, what was it called? Where are we here? First Contact. So if you guys go to her Twitter X account, you can go ahead and see. But yeah, they even have some music that's coming up, so that's really cool. The album will be out August 20th. That's Hawa. What's going on, Rodney? But yeah, they played their last few shows, or they're going to, and the first one was on Friday at Electric Ladyland. This was in Nagoya. Um, yeah, and I did buy tickets for somebody who reached out to me, and he offered to buy my tickets if I wanted to go and see them at Toyosu Pit, which is their final show, August 13th. Um, but unfortunately, I can't, which is really sad because Aldius was one of the first bands, aside from Band-Maid, that I really enjoyed. Reno's vocals, I've always loved, very luscious, very rich. Um, yeah, very, I don't know, very enchanting, I would say. But yeah, so Aldius will be closing shop pretty soon. But I believe there is a DVD that's coming out. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, it's funny, the whole thing with James Gunn. Like, I remember when the fans all first found out that Choose Me was being used, um, for the scene with, gosh, there was a car, right? It was with, what's that guy's name? That karate dude, that kung fu master dude, who liked the hot Cheetos. But I remember, I think it was on Twitter. I reached out to James Gunn. I said, "Oh, like why did you choose Bandmate, or why, how did you?" I don't think I asked how you found them, but he was like, "Oh yeah, like I love them. Like I just like their music." So to realize that even after these few years, that he's still a fan and even more of a fan, that's really cool. Um, There will definitely be disagreements because he did say they're this amazing metal band. Um, and I know people, again, they have their sides, or they're just like let it go. And I have my take, but people are free to think of it how they want. People do have different ears and different backgrounds. But to me, they will always just be a hard rock band, um, who do they do incorporate metal elements. Um, but yeah, hey Jeff, what's going on? So yeah, like for me, they're a hard rock band. Like there's zero like, oh, are they metal or are they hard rock? For me, in my ears, they will always be hard rock. Um, but hey, if people want to call them a metal band, that's fine. It is cool that he gave him a shout out. Um, and it would be cool if he did. Not him. If Bandmade starts to become more renowned, not just in anime circles. Um, like I see what they're doing and I appreciate what they're doing and the trajectory that they're going on. But it would be cool for them to be heard more and seen more by the world outside of that genre, so that they're not pigeonholed. And I'm not punning pigeonholed, but I don't want them to be pigeonholed as an anime band, um, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, um, if only the fans were there to ask him what his favorite album was and what his favorite songs were, right? All right. Okay. So, yeah. Let's see now. So that was Aldius. Today had some pretty incredible shows. Um, hey, what's going on, Yoshi? Thank you. Thank you very much. Um, let's see here. Oh, let me show you a photo real quickly. I'm not the biggest Love Bites fan. I know some of you are just like head over heels for them, and that's great. Um, I think the one thing that this is stupid. I don't want to say people to be careful of. But the one thing, no, what am I trying to say? I think sometimes people feel like, oh, I need to like all these big Japanese bands because other people like these Japanese bands. And so it's sometimes I feel like people force themselves to get into like all these bands, which is kind of like, when you were younger. Hey, what's going on, Dan? Thank you so much. Like when you're younger, you're like, oh, they're into this band, so I should be into this band too. Um, Prefacing, just saying that I think Love Bites is insanely talented, but musically they don't quite work for me. So I don't listen to them. Um, yeah, I listen to their stuff, but I don't listen to them. But Miyako, who is definitely like an incredible instrumentalist, incredible musician, she's really cool. And one of the reasons why I say that is that I have seen her on Twitter, and as big as she's gotten in, I think, the Japanese metal like rock scene, um, she's really cool and she's really welcoming and she's really friendly, because I see all these smaller musicians, not height wise, even though they are small, um, but a lot of smaller musicians that she has known over the years, and she still is friendly with them. And like whenever there's some sort of show for Love Bites or something else, she's very happy to take photos with them, to befriend them, and to really appreciate them. So I want to show you this photo that was like, oh my gosh, that is so nice. Hold on. Okay, so you're seeing a little bit of my room. Sorry, guys. But if you look, so Miyako with her dog Wampa, which I found out today, she had a little get together with some different guitarists. Um, so she has Yashiro, who has done support for Lonesome Blue, does her own stuff, tons of stuff, but I don't know specifically. I don't follow her too much. Then Sally, who is one of my favorites. Ayumi, who, some of you know is probably like my favorite, especially these days. And then, so Brideer, you have Sally from Mellows. Last one, Call, her own solo stuff. And then Yuria, who plays guitar for Amai Dantodai. But it's really, really cool that she kind of got them together to just hang out. Um, I don't know, and it always blows me away. Um, yeah, it kind of blows me away. Like this kind of talent, like all packed into this little photo. It really is. I've said this before, but it's really Renaissance. It's really like Renaissance times when you had these like incredibly talented artists gathering together, maybe sipping on their coffee or whatever else it was. But yeah, I really appreciate Miyako. Even yeah, uh, she's cool. She's very cool. So she makes me want to follow. Hey, what's going on, Mark? Follow even more about what's going on with Love Bites because of her. And all the other girls are really cool too. I think, like, what was it? This past week, I saw a photo from Yokohama Arena, and it's when Miku was going around the arena, and then she said hi to the girls, to the Love Bites girls who were sitting like up at top. And it's funny because I had caught them, and before the show started, and then and then I went up and I was like, "Oh, hey, are you Love Bites?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, hi, bye." So anyway, that was uh, that was really cool. So yeah, I mean, they're all great. Again, like I have like zero and nothing, absolutely nothing against like other bands. My foot surgery, it seems to have gone well. It is healing. I am eating as healthy as I can. Like no sweets. Yeah, except for dark chocolate, like 82%, because I know that dark chocolate does help with like antioxidants and that kind of stuff. Yeah, Eric, I do remember you that day. I think you were like, Was that Love Bites? I did change seats, but it's funny. Like Midori is impossible not to recognize, at least for me. I'm like that hair and that skin tone, nobody else is gonna rock that. At least I don't know. It's a very recognizable yeah, figure. So all right. Let's see. There are a couple other things. Let me see. Oh yeah, um so today was this incredible fan meeting for Brideer in Kichijoji, not a Crescendo, another place called Silver Elephant. Um, they had two different sessions, an afternoon one and an evening one. Like the afternoon one had like karaoke time and an acoustic time for all of the members, and then in the evening they had like these rare songs that they played and performed. Um, so yeah, that was. I was sad to miss it today. I was really sad because I had like VIP tickets too. Um, but yeah, judging by some of the photos I saw from today, I'm happy. You know, like when somebody else wins an Oscar, I'm happy for them. I'm glad they had a good time. I'm glad they won some nice prizes, personal items, like signed drumstick from Natsumi. So that went down today. Another amazing show in Osaka. Um, yeah, this is probably one of the biggest shows that I've seen happen in Osaka. But I don't know all of them, and I can't name all of them because some of them have that scratchy, hardcore font. But launcher number 8, Subliminals, Dimrays, Lumerai, Saiseiga, which they're not quite in this mix. So that was a bit unusual to see. I continue. Given by the Flames, never heard. Something else in kanji, can't read. And then 195, Ichikyugo. Oh, 195, Ichikyugo. Okay. So yeah, that would have been an awesome show. Awesome, awesome show. And then Nadeshiko Doll, they sponsored a little Nadeshiko festival today at Crescendo. Um, the one, so there's a band called the Yellow Monkey, and there was a cover band with the guitarist and a few other members. This is one that I would have wanted to have seen. So the guitarist for Nadeshiko Doll is Rie, and they called it Riello Monkey, with the Hyena Cat. You had Hitan, who's with her own solo Hyena Cat, as well as what is that called? Um, 喋れなければいれない女. No, 喋れなければいい女, which means like good girl who doesn't talk, or you're a good girl if you don't talk, which it's such an unusual name. But Yuri also. Yuri was playing bass for it. Louis from Amai Dantodai, along with Rie from Nadeshiko Doll. Yumerika, which is a really cool band. I believe they're from Nagoya. It's a really cool band. But they were performing as well. I've only seen them once. And then some other bands. So that were really cool. And then at Aoyama Rizuma, Mana Diagram, Gangire, All in Phase, Free Aqua Butterfly, and then who are these other bands? Loilo, oh yeah, Loilo, I've heard of them. And then All in Phase, Truckimist, yeah, something like that. But yeah, some really cool shows today. I definitely would have been though at the Brideer one had it not been for my foot. So it's one of the big misses of the year. But life goes on, right? Life goes on. Tenri Kawaguchi is a jazz drummer, and jazz drummers, if you ever see them like do drum solos, because they work so differently with rhythm, and even the different like the toms, the crashes, the ride, the way they switch off between each of the different components of the drums, like it adds so much more complexity and rhythm that yeah, because generally when you have like metal and rock, it's a pretty straight 4/4 throughout, maybe a 3/4. But I think with jazz drummers, they hold the advantage in terms of like doing things that rock drummers can't do, no matter how amazing they are. And so, yeah, I agree. Senri Kawaguchi can definitely do stuff that very few, I don't know. I mean, unless you challenged some rock or metal drummers. But you know, they're different genres, right? So I did receive this Battalion, which is a rock metal magazine. And this is a really cool issue because it does feature some really, really cool bands that I really support and love. Undying Words. Again, unfortunately, Kasumi left, so they even updated their website and photo images to remove her from it. She is working on her own stuff. Let's see here. Empress, a little bit more poppy and rock, but still a fun band to watch. I definitely enjoy the personality of these girls. Mitsuki I get along with really well, and then darn it, why can't I remember her name? I haven't seen her in so long. Oh, Mari, the bassist. Yeah, the bassist. She's really fun. We speak in Korean to each other. So they're in here. You have Maki Oyama. The Frail is in here. I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it Isliel? She's so buff. But yeah, I would really recommend, even if just for the sake of having this magazine, Bone Dawn. They haven't been around that long. I haven't seen them perform. I've only seen the bassist because he played with TSP a couple years ago, and I took photos for them. He's really good. But they have a new song out called Lovey Dub. Lovey Dub. You guys should check them out. It's good stuff. I recommend them. Isn't Hades in this issue? You'll see. Broken by the Scream. I'm not a big alt idol fan. They're great screamers. They're fun, but not quite my thing. If they're yours, that's awesome. And yes, of course, Hades, the ladies of Hades. I'm not a big fan of the like overexposed, very like white shiny faces, but I think that's just kind of more of a Japanese thing. Anyhow, so Hades is in here as well, talking about Extreme and other things. Great to see them there. Yoshi from Aldius had an interview. Yeah. Then you have Palineo. Their new album, Fortissimo, is out. You guys can go ahead and check that out. See, is that it? Yeah, that's it. So, tons of great bands. I would definitely recommend that you guys go ahead and get this if you can, if you want. You don't have to, but maybe you can learn some Japanese that way. Yeah, I do know that. He did talk to me. Alan was sort of singing the praise of Bone Don last year, no, earlier this year when I saw him. So, but yeah, definitely glad um, that he did mention them, that, put them on my radar. And um, yeah, I like their newest song. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Interesting. What? Interesting. That's cool. So Brideer just they unveiled it today um, at the fan meeting, but they had new clothes, but they just have some alternate outfits, which is pretty cute. Let me just kind of move this if you guys can see. Yeah. So that's cool. All right. And yeah, I don't know. There is just something about them. They're very warm, comfortable, lovely bunch. I don't think they have like the biggest personalities per se. Um, I think very few people can top Band-Maid uh, in that area when it comes to just personality. Even like Misa's silence is louder than other people's loudness, if that makes sense. But yeah, there is another magazine coming up too. I believe next week or the week after. My voice is slowly starting to get hoarse because I haven't used it for so long. So I'm gonna wrap this up, you know, in just a bit. Oh yeah, this one. I definitely recommend, if you guys can, is to get another Japanese magazine called We Rock. We Rock. Okay, and let me show you this. So We Rock, and the reason why I think you guys should get this, it's pretty incredible. They're featuring like some of the best guitarists. They have Saki, Chucky, former Nemophila. They have Sakura, from Hagane, Ayumi and Moe, Brideer. They have Kaori and Maiko from, my gosh, from Paradox. Hazuki, Lisa X. You have Hana and Tomozo from Gatarik. Rie, aka Suzaku. You have Ayari and Ryoto from Palaneo. Then you have Sally. You have Kuya, Hades, Halka of Asterism, and Gina of the Frail and Mellows. Like that is a stacked group right there. So yeah, we rock. Um, I don't know these guys, but let's see here. So yeah, Saki's right there. Alan, you should get at least 2 copies. Sakura, Ayumi and Moe, and then you have Kaori Michael, and then yeah, all the others. So yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, re-rock, we rock. I would recommend that. I think you guys would enjoy that quite a bit. Just nice to have to your edition. Hey, what's going on, Russ? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yokoso. Dozo yoroshiku. Okay. Um, how are you doing, Russ? How's your health? Ah, here's a photo of the Udiello Monkey from Today, the little cover band they did. I'm gonna move this around to you. So from left to right, you have Hitan, Hannah Cat, Shabrana Karaba I Onna. You have Louis from Amai Dantodai, Urie Natsuko Doll, and then on the right is Yuri. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. It's so, I don't know. Is it yeah. Do people still use the term first world problems? It's not quite that. But here I am complaining about missing a month, 2 months, 3 months, maybe 3 months of shows to really heal properly. Um, but I've seen how many amazing shows, and had the privilege of, interacting with a lot of other bands. So, yeah. But, even if it is, yeah, a first world problem, it still hurts. It still hurts. Ah, yes, 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 that's right. Gosh, was that last week? Kind of last week, yeah. Yeah, so Osby, Osby. Osby Osbourne. Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne. I'm just so thrilled he got to do that last show. And the tributes on Twitter were amazing. Just like everybody, anyone and everyone out there. Just, yeah. It's great, to I don't know, it's touching, it's moving. When what you did, what you created, like truly like affected like generations, like you changed the world, like he literally changed the world, along with Black Sabbath. Like that's pretty incredible stuff. So crazy dude, funny dude, amazing, but just okay, I'm not gonna look at this. So yeah, R.I.P. Ozzy, you fucking rocked. So Omori is Mayo's last name. Omori is Mayo's last name, so Omorin Osborne is sort of that combination, which you had that. And they did an amazing job as a cover band. Like, let me tell you this. Even if a band in Japan is a quote unquote cover band or a tribute band, like it's no joke. Like you'll be surprised as hell. I've seen my fair few of them, and it's top quality, top shelf stuff. Yeah. Whew. Okay. So yeah, they were awesome at Mile Fest. Absolutely. It was such a fun time. Um, Especially because it's old school and like everyone there knows it and they're so into it. And I think it brings them back to a certain special place in their emotions and their hearts and like in their head, And when you have that, like it captures something. It captures something that, younger, newer, even necessarily better bands, even if they perform, they don't capture that moment in your life. And I think that's really special, is that when you have bands and their music and it really encapsulates where you were at a certain time and who you were at a certain time, it's magical. You cannot replace that, You cannot replace that. So wonderful stuff. Um, when I was in elementary, there was a bench in the playground and etched into the bench. And I'll forever remember this because when I was like, what, 5, 6 years old, I had no idea what it meant. And it was just engraved Black Sabbath. That was my first introduction to Black Sabbath. Even though I didn't know what Sabbath meant, um, I knew what black meant when I was 5, pretty sure. But yeah, that etching, like on that bench, it was like this beige ivory bench, scratches and all this like etchings and stuff, and Black Sabbath was in there. um, yeah, I think I'm done. I've gone through all the bookmarks that I posted. Um, oh, for those who do like Mana Diagram, they do have a new single. What's it called? I haven't actually listened to it. Sorry. Um, Dorianse, Nippon Nippon. Yeah, Mana Diagram. Check out somewhere. Shiori. You mean Shiori of Little Lilith? I think that's the only Shiori I know. And her side project has been going on for a bit, no? If that is the Shiori you're talking about. Yeah, I listened to some of it. It's a bit more poppy, right? It's fun. Yeah, it's fun, but I haven't been in quite the headspace to listen to too much music. Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Tori Nippon Nippon. Yeah, a bit more poppy stuff. But it's cool. I mean, I'm always of the mentality that it's better to just focus on one band, and put all your efforts into it and really make that band as big as you can. But I do realize that musicians in Japan, they do tend to do a lot of projects. I don't know if that's financially, which I'm sure there's some part in that, or they just want to see what hits, what they throw against the wall, and what kind of sticks, or if it's just fun, and they just enjoy doing all these different things. But I don't know. I do think that focusing on one thing and doing it very, very well will bring more fruits and yeah, more results than otherwise. But it's the culture, so. And we do get some really good stuff, like, for example, Gina doing the frail and doing mellows. I love both of those. Yeah, I've never seen them yet. Mana Diagram. It's frustrating. Sally doing her like solo stuff as well as mellows. Yeah. Oh, here's a band. I feel like I heard them once before, but today I heard a song. Today I heard a song that I hadn't heard from them before. It's really cool, catchy. It's called Moyase. They translated it as burning, but moyasu means to burn. So it seems a bit more like, yeah, the frail, that's dual nature. It's awesome. I love that album. So that the band is called Akuru Yoru no Hitsuji, which is like the sheep of the following evening. I don't know, Japanese bands. But I'll play a little bit. See what you guys think. If you can hear it. It is a bit more J-pop rock. I like the vocalist. I like their energy a lot. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind checking out this band live. All right, I'll stop it right there. What do you guys think? Okay, cool, cool. That's good to hear. And then, I don't think did I play this band? I don't think I played this band for you guys though. Um, darn it, I don't know if I can find it though. Hopefully it'll pop. Yeah. So, what was it? Michael Damian back in the 80s. I think he was actor and then turned singer. But he had this one song for a movie, Rock On, Rock On. So it's interesting, like the verse is like, I would say almost like pound for pound, it's the same melody. But the pre-chorus, the chorus, like the bridge changes it all up. But it's a really cool song. So I'm gonna play just this one too. This is a little while ago, but they're really young though. I think they're like still in high school. Yeah, I don't think they'd be the greatest live, especially at this age. Just the lack of confidence and just experience. Okay. So that is Negi Shodon. No, Negi Sho no, what is it? Todon. Yeah, Negi Shotodon, I believe is how you pronounce it. Negi Shotondon. Negi Shotondon. So the song is called Victory. You guys can check it out and some of their other stuff on their YouTube. But yeah. So that's just a little bit of what's been going on. Is there anything else? No, we'll leave it at that. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, man, my voice is really starting to get hoarse. If you guys have any like last questions before I head out regarding shows or bands or my foot or anything else, please feel free. Thankfully, my foot is holding up, even though it's not quite as elevated as it should be. I think I always miss comments, but okay. Oh, the foot. Yeah, it's so I have to wear this little like support brace type of thing. Um, hope you guys don't mind me throwing my foot up in the air. So here's a look at the scar up on top, and then I have two on the side, like one here and one here, like two cuts, two incisions. And then they also took out a piece of bone from here to place in between, in the joint area, the Liz Frank joint, which is really weird. So yeah, it's so initially when the doctor was talking to me, I thought he was gonna shave off some bone from the back of here. And I was like, wait, so my foot's gonna be shorter? Am I gonna have a shorter foot? And he's like, no, 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 no. So when I came out of surgery and then they took off the bandage, like the wrap, and I saw this, I was like, oh, okay, thank God. I was like, I don't want to get like two different size shoes. I think that'd be a little too expensive. Um, so it is healing pretty well. I've been eating as healthy as I can, as I mentioned earlier. Just staying away from any food that could inflame it or keep it swollen. So a lot of fruits, veggies, chicken, salmon, um, rice, um, yeah, water, some Aquarius, if you guys know the Japanese drink, um, dark chocolate, nuts, all that stuff, omega 3, all that kind of stuff. Um, thanks, Eric. Uh, can can you draw a diagram of what it means to have aspirated my bone marrow to place in the joint to stimulate the fusion? He aspirated bone marrow. So, what do you do for a living? Well, you're retired. What did you do for a living, Eric? Can you share that with us here? How long are you off work? Ah, so one of the reasons why I was a little bit worried financially too was that when I asked the doctor, like ideally, how much time should I spend off my foot and just rest, he said a month. Um, and so I'm taking a full month off. Plus, I have 1 week of summer break, so that's 5 weeks total. Um, and so that month, I can get paid, but it'll be only 60% of my salary, um, which isn't bad, but it's not great. So yeah, 1 month is what I'm taking off. Oh, no wonder you know so much. I should have just gotten my foot taken care of by you, Eric. I could have charged you like 1,000 yen. I could have just bought you like your year's worth of Seiga tickets and had you take care of me. Um, do some surgery like they did on Jack Nicholson as the Joker in the Batman, or what is it, Tom Cruise in Minority Report, in the back alley, dingy building somewhere. Ah, that's cool. Yeah, because every time I saw Eric mentioning something, I was like, "Hey, he knows a lot of stuff. How does he know a lot of stuff?" Wow, now I know. Okay, that's cool. That's very cool. That's what you should open with when you talk to Regan. Say, hey, Regan, by the way, did you know that I used to be a surgeon? Um, is there anywhere that I can fix? For those who don't know, Eric is a massive Regan fan, which, you know, I understand completely. So yeah. That's pretty cool. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, that's good to know. All right. Um, you'll never know unless you try. You'll never know. And I will be your Air Force wingman. I will be your wingman. I'll be your Iceman. And you can be Maverick. Yeah? So next time I'll be like, "Oh, Regan-san, この人、名前はマバリック。すごいかっこいい." あーI will say this. I'm very good at selling. Like every time that I've been put in a position where I've had to promote a band, like in public, like in a venue, and people are walking by, or even like when I went to Harajuku for Dim Rays, and like people are walking by, like I'm pretty convincing. I can get people to kind of sway a certain way. So Eric, if you need my help, and she might be into older men. You never know. You never know. Oh man. Okay, guys. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun. All right, Eric, I will do what I can. I'm gonna talk to her next time when you come to the show and we're there together. I'll see what we can do. Um, yeah, okay, it is 11:40, and even though I do have my walls covered with like sound panels, I should, yeah, try to keep it down a little bit. So, thank you guys so much. I did not go as short as I wanted, which I never seem to be able to do. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Okay, sweet. All right. We'll plan something out, Eric. You and me. We'll plan something out. Oh yeah. Was it? I think her name was PP or Pepe for Dim Rays. Yeah, they're really tall. She never got back in touch with me. I reached out to her about coming to the show, but it sucks. Um, yeah, man, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys being here for me. It really does a lot. Like you guys have to understand, like I kind of been in this situation before where if you're when you don't have a lot of human contact or more or less zero aside from like the people who deliver your food and the dog walker, it's like, "Hi, here you go. Thank you. Two poops? Okay." Um, you kind of get stuck in your own headspace and you don't think quite properly. So, yeah, thank you guys for allowing me to be a part of your day, this wonderful Sunday. I think for everyone, right? Except for Michael or Australia. I think you guys are a little bit ahead, so you guys are in Monday. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I've definitely enjoyed this time. I forgot that I was able to do this. um, you will catch more Peter. Um, I'll try to think whether it's introducing new songs. Of course, if it's introducing new songs, I really should try to have it so that you guys have like some decent like audio and not just having it play into my cell phone right now. Um, but I'll try to keep you updated with different bands, with different shows, and we'll just recap and just talk. Um, yeah, no, thank you guys. Like seriously, 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 thank you. Like you guys have no idea. Um, I'm really like grateful every time I get the chance to just experience your kindness. Um, because I do get frustrated about things happening in life, in the world. I do get angry, and I know I don't show that, but I do have I do have stuff that goes on. So you guys do help to sort of balance. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Get some fight chicken rooms. I thought you were like cursing me out. What? I thought you were cursing me out in Cantonese or something. What? Get fight fight chiki. Yeah, thank you guys. Jeff, that no, I can't get fried stuff right now. I can't get fried stuff right now. Um, yeah, so one of the things that happens because SJ and I don't always connect and, and contact each other on stuff. I'll do things, he'll do things. I can't do family chicky for a while. Gotta stay away from fried food. That's a definite no-no for me to heal properly. Um, but I will get a burrito without like just chicken. I don't think beef is the best or healthiest. What am I saying? Oh, dichotic. Yeah, you guys can go ahead and visit Dichotic's page, Alan. He did have a talk with SJ about the One Sky event or events happening in October. Two shows, one in LA, one in New York. The headliner is Nemophila, but you do have Risky Melody. I was going to say Risky Business. Um, okay, so you do have Risky Melody, and then you do have Alika. So you guys can also check out their music online on YouTube and wherever else, just to see if there's if if you do enjoy their music. But even if you don't, check out the shows, see what's going on, and just enjoy it. So yeah, yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys a lot, a lot, a lot. Um, I, I'm not gonna lie. I have a slight bit of concern about them even entering the states, in the state that the states is in right now. But let's hope so. Let's hope everything goes smoothly. Um, yeah, let's hope everything goes smoothly, and it'll be the precursor to a lot of other good stuff. Um, okay, yeah, thank you guys so much. I will check in on you guys next week. Should be okay. Huge show coming up. Festival, which has Dim Rays, Frail, Palineo, Kilt Meltland, um, Dizzy Metal, and Mellows. Jeez, yeah. So unfortunately, I can't attend the show, but yeah, I'll keep you guys updated, and I will talk to you guys again. But thank you. Please enjoy the day. Please enjoy your breakfast, your lunch, your sleep, everything, your family, your loved ones. Um, please say a prayer for those who do pray. Please say a prayer for my sister's dog. Um, she's getting old, 13, 14, small little poodle, but she was vomiting a lot and wasn't doing well, and I think her breathing was erratic. They took her to the vet. Couldn't quite say what it was that was happening. She is still alive, but I think she is in a slightly precarious position. So, for those of you guys who, yeah, do what you do, send thoughts, send energies, do what you do, but please, yeah, it's tough to lose a loved one, even if it is a pet, because they're not just pets, are they? Okay, I'll see you guys again later. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing, lovely, lovely people, and I will talk to you again soon. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.